Okay, describe what's happening. It's recording your audio.
You're right now a monarch butterfly is coming out of its chrysalis. This one has been bleached since it was an egg and has been given completely disinfected leaves, so it is going to be the healthiest butterfly out there. Right now it's struggling to get out because the chrysalis would eventually dry up quickly and it needs to strengthen its wings, so this is essential. And it's out. And now it's going to cling there for about 2 hours so its wings can expand and dry. And it looks like it's a girl. This butterfly has been in my captivity for about a month now. For the first 2 weeks, it was a little caterpillar. When it was an egg, I decided that I would learn how to make a 5% bleach solution to get rid of any OE spores, which is a microscopic parasite that is it's in large numbers here in the West. So I wanted to see how it would go and how strong this butterfly would be, and it looks like it's working very well because it had no issues at all emerging. It looks like there are no deformities. Now, after it was a caterpillar, it climbed up to this very spot and made a chrysalis. I did not move it at all this time, so this is completely natural for it. Now, when it's a chrysalis, it's very soft at first, so I was not able to move it or touch it at all for about 24 hours. And then throughout the week, it's bright green, and then it fades to a more dull light green color, kind of pale, and then eventually it starts to darken and become transparent. And that is when you know that a butterfly is supposed to come out. Now, about 15 minutes ago, an indent formed on this chrysalis, and that is where it is clinging onto with its front legs. That is a sign that it will come out in about 15 minutes. And it sure did. While it is drying and expanding its wings, it's also focusing on patting its proboscis together. In the chrysalis, it is 2 separate pieces, and it can't drink nectar or anything at all when it's in that way. So once it emerges, it has to zip up the pieces so it can even drink. So these butterflies are multitaskers. Right now is a very scary time because this is definitely a time where you can tell if a butterfly has OE. If it has it, there's a chance that it may not have even emerged or it can't even cling on. But this one is definitely strong. It looks like she is moving away from her chrysalis. This is probably because she knew that she did her process next to a wall, and during this it is very important that their wings aren't touching anything so they can expand and not be folded or bent at all. Because if one wing is not symmetrical at all, it will not be able to fly. This is also very good. She's strong enough to cling on to the cage and not just the chrysalis. I've had butterflies that would fall down. This one is doing very well. At this point in time, you can tell that this butterfly is a girl because of the thick stripes on her wings. I was hoping that she'd be a girl so that she would have a lot of babies and not spread OE, which is absolutely perfect. I needed that. You can definitely tell that the wings are kind of wet and flimsy by the wind. Like I said earlier, this process takes about 2 hours to fully finish. So she has to be very patient and strong. She's now looking very recognizable. Her wings are no longer all crooked. You may see her drip some liquids. That is because that is excess liquid from being in the chrysalis. Her abdomen is filled with this stuff and she has to release it. And a lot of people mistake this for blood because it's red, but it is not, and it is extremely healthy. Judging from her wing size, she is definitely not a migrator. This wouldn't be the time for migrating anyway, since that is late summer, but I'm thinking that she is the last generation before they migrate. So her babies might be the ones migrating. And now I will be waiting for a long time for wings to dry, and that is the end of her emerging.